Guys, I have a lot of friends that are obsessed with the Honda Pilot, and especially owners. And I've had a lot of questions about the new one. So I came here to the Honda booth to answer some questions, get some questions answered, and I met Jake, who is, wait for it, the Honda Pilot specialist. So you were saying your desk is where?
That's right. So my desk is at the Development Center in Ohio,
yeah,
which is where this Pilot is developed.
I love it. So show me, we're going to see what Motorhead Mama thinks of this car, but let's first have Jake show us his favorite parts of this vehicle. Let's go.
So this new Honda Pilot is our largest and most powerful Honda Pilot ever. And of course it has great new SUV styling that communicates the rugged capability that's long been engineered in our light trucks. And it has new SUV proportions. So we've increased the dash to axle ratio, which is the distance from the dashboard to this front axle.
Okay.
That gives it a stronger proportion and appearance. We've also shortened the front and the rear overhangs in front of and behind the wheels. And then also we painted, it's a little bit hard to see on this black car, but we painted the C-pillar body color. And we added a strong belt line all the way around the cabin to give it a more muscular appearance.
Got it. So the belt line is this line that goes down the vehicle. You see that, guys, right? So it looks different, right? Like that's the thing with the Pilot is we all loved its really, really boxiness of the first gen. But this is a little bit more refined, but it still looks like it's got a lot of the room we know and love in the Pilot, right? That's what you're going to tell me?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So Pilot has new SUV styling, but it keeps all those other things that, makes Pilot great. So
great.
Of course, it's still great to drive on the road.
Yep.
It's on an all-new light truck architecture that's more rigid than before.
Okay.
And that lets us put an all-new front and rear suspension that's more comfortable while also improving handling. And that's by, since the body is so rigid, we can soften a lot of the bushings in the suspension to make it more comfortable and improve handling.
Okay, so here I am in the driver's seat of the Pilot. Listen, here's what I like about this is I had a friend that had the first gen Pilot and she was like, listen, I treat it like a minivan. She was like, I just take the leaf blower and I blow everything out of it. I take the seats out. It's fantastic. I think we all kind of want to feel comfortable in the Pilot, but we also want it to feel kind of utilitarian. Like if the kid pukes, everything's going to be okay. So what I will say is that it does feel very rugged, which I really like, but I'm also seeing great compartments. I love my compartments. So here on the driver's door, this has a cup holder that's big enough. See how they put it right here? That means I can get my water bottle in there. You can store things in there as well as at the very bottom. I love all these little compartments. I think they're great. And then in the driver's seat, I've got a charging pad here, which is great, as well as this is a non-skid pad, a little place here. Again, these are big enough for water bottles. And then I've got this center, which is just really deep. And actually you can fit a person there. Those of you who are Pilot enthusiasts will be happy to see they've brought back this, which is this little storage spot in the passenger side. People really love that and they brought it back. And then on the higher trims, you're going to get a fully digitized digital instrument cluster here. And then in your instrument display, it's got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wireless. Woohoo! If you haven't enjoyed those things, you should really use it because it's fantastic. So I'll tell you this, I am very comfortable in this Honda Pilot. The headroom is fantastic. So if you're a taller, larger person, you'd probably be really comfortable in this as well. And I'm seeing a lot of room on the passenger side.
And and Elite trims, you get this new second row seat that's also removable. So you pull this
I like
tab
this.
here,
Yep.
and of course you've got a large armrest with cup holders.
Yep.
And then if you pull this strap down here, lift up on the back, the entire seat comes right out. So this is great if you want, you know, a large pass-through to the third row.
Yep.
It's really useful if you've got child seats in these two outboard positions.
Or a big dog.
That's right.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay guys, here I am in the way back of the 2023 Honda Pilot. Jake just told me, by the way, that this removable seat that you saw here a minute ago actually goes in the underneath the cargo area in the trunk, which is really good to know. So I'm here actually in the center seat of the way back. Listen, it's comfortable. I would totally throw 3 kids back here easily, and even kids I liked. So think about that. The seat belts are easily accessible because they are they're put up here, which is great. I see 2 cup holders. One's big enough for a bottle, which is really great, a regular cup holder. And we have vents. Here we go. The vents are actually in a good spot. They're sort of in the middle. They're not by my thigh and they're not way up here. They're just right in the middle, which is good. And then we've got USB-C maybe, charger here and over there, which is fantastic. So this is good. All right, hold on, let's see. There is not a center armrest, but there are these sort of built-in armrests that do make this more comfortable, and there's lighting back here. I will say that these windows make it feel a bit more spacious back here, which is really nice. There is the sunroof does not extend all the way to the way back, but that's okay. Number one, I like that for safety. Number two, sometimes where I live, it's just too much sun. So I think this is a good, good third row. Mama approved. If you're somebody who goes off-road, you'll also see that it does have drive modes. It has hill descent, but Honda has also done a little something to make those of you who are off-road enthusiasts a little happier with a Pilot. Let's go check that out. Okay, so then behind me is the TrailSport. So the TrailSport is sort of like what Subaru did with the Wilderness, right? So it's an inch higher than the regular Pilot. It's got 8.3 inches of ground clearance, and it comes standard with the off-road tires. You'll also see that it's got a bit of the cladding so that it won't totally destroy your vehicle if you take it off-road. I think it's cool. Let me show you a little bit more. So there you have it. The 2023 Honda Pilot is back, and I think a lot of families will dig this one, not to mention its sibling, the off-road ready TrailSport. I'm Motorhead Mama, and I really appreciate you watching. Please subscribe to my channel and let me know what you think in the comments. See you next time.